All right.
Well, should I introduce you? Are we gonna do the show like we do the show?
Introduce me, Bill.
I'll put the music back on. I'll get off the screen, so it's like a God mic situation. All right, everybody. It's time to start the show. Welcome to Congrats on Your Success. Yeah. Now let's welcome your host to the stage. You know him, you love him. It's Charlie Roar.
Oh my goodness! Thank you all so much. What a wonderful, what a warm. Mira's on a walk. Hi, Mira. What are you doing? You're watching our show out and about?
Yeah, that's my Wi-Fi work. My hotspot works best outdoors. So
you're carrying your hotspot with you? That is perfect. Oh my gosh! Congrats. We were excited to bring you congrats at home. Now we've got congrats on the go. That is wow.
Thank you.
Innovation. Thank you, Mira. Thank you. Let's see. Who else do we got? Is crowd work a thing? Do I do crowd work in Zoom shows? That went pretty well with me and Mira. We had a nice little dynamic, I'd say. How many we got? Let's see. We've got an artist, I think. Or Leia? Are you painting, drawing? What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm gluing paper I've thrown menstrual blood on to a...
Oh, wait. Oh, Angela. I was talking to Leia, but Angela's doing art, too. We've got arts and crafts going on. Oh, my gosh.
Angela's art is literally behind my head, like right here. I can't even point to it. It's over there.
Exactly.
I was like that,
too. Angela's art featured throughout Bill's show, throughout maybe some of the Zoom backgrounds. Real quick, I'll get to you in one moment, Leia. Angela, what are you working on?
I said I'm just gluing handmade paper that I bled on, to wood panel like a normal person.
Oh, nice. Now all it needs is some sweat and tears, and you got yourself a project. So, Leia, is that an iPad you're working on?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm actually trying to draw my friend for a birthday party announcement. So I'm just
lovely.
Drawing. Yeah. So I'm making her birthday party invitation right now.
That's fantastic. Wow. Are we all invited? Yeah. Can you pull up this Zoom room during that birthday party?
Maybe we'll live it. We'll live it. I'm sure it'll be a good time.
Oh, I love it. Works for me. Gosh, thank you all so much for showing up, for joining us. We're really excited to be here and to do this tonight. We are trying to raise money for the Brave Space Alliance. They are an organization in Chicago doing great work. We have a lot of, we have their links and whatnot. I'm sure we can get that in the chat. If you'd like to check out the work that they are doing, we are trying to raise money for them. And we also already have a very generous donor who's willing to match up to $1,000 all the donations that we received tonight for the Brave Space Alliance. That is the Skewer. We'll also provide links to their Facebook and just ways that you can check out their content and whatnot. I'm sorry, Erica, are you, is it satire, the Skewer?
Yeah, we go by satire show.
You? I'm sorry.
Comedy show. We've had people who do stuff in character. We've had people who did music. We've had someone who did a mostly wordless, like an acting sketch. So it runs the gamut, but it tends towards satire. Yeah, it's a funny comedy, good time from the before times when we could gather in person.
Love it. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. Thank you for matching our donations tonight. That's so generous of you. We are so excited. It kind of feels like half the work's already done for us. A little weight off our backs maybe, but obviously if we could match if we could donate $2,000 to the Brave Space Alliance tomorrow, that would be wonderful. In congruence with the Skewer, obviously. Let's see. I don't know. Things are horrible, but there's a bit of a silver lining in that. I mean, what other generation can say that they experienced a plague, civil rights movement, tyrannical oppression, I think we're definitely on the cusp of a renaissance. Like, I mean, it's just we're getting America's greatest hits, and I don't know. I think 2020 is kind of bringing the heat. Let's see. I don't know. Things are crazy. I do. Let me see. Do we have Chicago people in the house? I want to wave our hands, and we've got a lot of Chicago. I love it. If you don't have 4th of July plans, let's see. I have. You know what? Oh, dang it! I can't find the website right now, but there is some bougie asshole in Lakeview, I want to say, and they paid money to have some bushes installed around public property so they could pretend that it was their yard. So I'm encouraging everyone to put on a mask and head over to these fucks' yards. Throw yourself a little barbecue, because that is Chicago land. That is fully public property. And just because these assholes paid to put bushes on it doesn't make it theirs. So I will have the address for you later in the show. I genuinely am encouraging this. If you can't make it personally, spread it to your friends, anyone who's willing to go out, because fuck those assholes. Let's see. Do I have anything funny that isn't vindictive? I don't know. Today was weird. It was a weird day. I was full on sobbing for an hour, 15 minutes before the show started. And here we are. Now, I mean, the adrenaline is taken over and I'm in high speed. I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. We have a fantastic lineup for you tonight. These people are some of my closest friends. Before we start, I want to thank Rada at Virtually Perfect Hosting for helping make our Zoom shows so incredibly smooth. She does a great job keeping out the riffraff and stuff. You know, I said riffraff recently, and then I was like, I bet there's something racist connected to that. Maybe you should just preemptively cut riffraff out of your vocabulary. Anyways, I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'll be back with you all night, checking in on you, letting you know where we're at with donations. Actually, that's a good place to start before we get started with this show, because my phone is just blowing up in my pocket right now. I have already forgotten the password to the PayPal that I made, so I can't tell you that balance right now. But I can tell you that as far as the Venmo goes, we're already at $145. So that's pretty incredible. You're all wonderful. Thank you all so much for helping out. So we are going to go ahead and get this show started with your first comedian of the evening. Okay, so this comic, wait, I thought we were doing, are they tall or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So this comic, he's fantastic. He's just incredibly hilarious. When I moved away from Chicago, I definitely wanted him to be part of the new Congrats on Your Success team, because they definitely needed another tall white. I'm really excited to introduce to you Alex Dragovich, everybody.
Hello. Hey guys. Can you hear me decently?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Good. Yes. Charlie added me as the tall white. And I'm glad you guys added me to the group, and I'm glad you guys, anyone who watches the show, has been so cool to me, even though I don't really look like I fit the mission of the show. You know, I feel like my look is very much like, you know, I'm the guy who's like, you know, some cops are good, you know, some cops are fine. I feel like that's like my vibe, and you guys have always been cool with me the whole time, which I really appreciate. What I've been doing is I actually went to my parents' house in the suburbs, and I plan on being there for a few days. And then I ended up staying here for 6 weeks because the suburbs are fucking great. They're fucking okay. Here's the thing: they're great. They're amazing. Here's what I've realized in quarantine, guys. I think following your dreams is actually vastly overrated. Okay, vastly, it is like comedians. Like, we have memories. Right, that's a cool thing. We have great memories of going out. But do you know what's better than having memories is?
Oh.
No.
Cliffhanger.
What's better? The memory.
Well, Alex, make it.
I'm not sure if you can.
What's better than memories?
Something
What do you
must have
think
just
is better
happened in
than
the suburb.
Not living in the suburbs is better.
Everybody finish that note in the chat.
Ooh, finish it.
Not dying in the suburbs.
Let's see. I don't know.
Elote is better than the suburbs, I would say.
Oh.
Okay, I think he dropped out, so maybe he'll be back in soon. But yeah, what is better than memories, people? We gotta.
Money.
That's a question. We have to have an
Hell
answer
yeah,
for it.
money.
Money from you.
Money? Money's better than memories?
I'm with Rebecca. I'm with Becca. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could go for. I would wipe my brain right now. I would go Eternal Sunshine for just a little paper. Just come on.
I would trade if you could sell your memories for money. I have a few that I pawn the fuck off. Like, you can have that. I don't need it for anything actually. So.
Yo, what? But then you could do it and then sell it, and then just do it again. And then sell it.
Write it down. You have to write it down. Like, I deleted this, so I got to go back. Like,
wait, what would you buy then? If you were a person that could buy a memory, what would you buy?
PIN numbers.
Ooh.
Circle back to money, bro.
Back to money. Let's go.
This is the genie. I want three more wishes.
That was Angela, wasn't it?
You got a writing room going here, guys. Like, come on. Keep it. Yes, and I don't understand what's going on here.
As you said last month, Rebecca, black pilots, Tuskegee
Airmen. You know, black pilots. We got to get out the black pilots, man. Everybody wants to see a black pilot. May Jemison,
I'm checking in on Dragovich. Continue to talk amongst yourselves.
So, what should we do?
We could.
I'm waiting. He's in the chat.
He's in the chat.
So we'll see. But
is he doing his whole set in the chat?
Yeah, he's
strong pivot.
The punchline's in the chat. The best part of the subject is not having to talk to humans.
True.
Wait. Or no,
True.
that's the different Alex.
Hey, Nick.
There's another Alex.
Yeah.
Julia's here. Julia.
I can give you an update. We're already at 2:15.
Oh yes.
Guys, should we do another
go through the audience.
Wow.
You guys are great. Like, we've only had one half a comedy set, not even. Man, Skewer, it's too bad you guys only have $1,000 because I feel like we're gonna get there. But I thank you so much for giving $1,000. That's incredible. Wow.
I think that if Alex doesn't make it back in the next couple seconds, we can keep going, right?
I think I'm in. Am I in?
Oh, there he is.
Oh shit!
Yay!
He made it back in the next couple seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
What is
Okay.
the
That was perfect.
Are you guys good?
Wait,
Are you guys good?
What is better than memories? We've been waiting with bated breath.
Better than memory.
Yeah. What is better than memories?
Having a pool. Having a pool. Fuck. Yeah. Okay, where are we at? Wow, you guys are the best, dude. Okay.
That was so good.
Yeah. Okay, because that's the thing. Like, it's a pool. It's always a pool. Like, I can recall memories of being in a pool, right? I can recall those memories. I can remember having fun in a pool, right? But anytime my parents forget what it's like to be in a pool, they can just go in theirs. You know, that's all it is. That's how great the suburbs are. So thank you guys for sticking around for that. So what else is going on? So celebrities are going to jail, right? They're all pedophiles. That is bad. That's terrible. And I'll tell you what, guys, I'm not risking anything anymore. Okay, here's my new rule with women. If you can't remember 9/11, I'm out. Okay, that's something. That's what I think about. That's my question. A lot of guys are like, where do you work? I'm like, where did the third plane hit? Okay, that's my question. And if she doesn't say the Pentagon, then she's 16. And that is an issue. That's an issue today. I'm going to say, finish these lyrics. And I'm proud to be an American. And just kind of see where she goes. If she doesn't pick it up, then again, it's an issue. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to update you guys on my life here. I actually did have sex for the first time in 4 months recently. So that was, yeah. It was quick. It was quick. It was brief, You know, I didn't even get to say you like that. You know, I was like you know, it was a very that, you know, it was, I wouldn't even call it sex really. You guys know where like sometimes like when you almost ring someone's doorbell, you know what I'm saying? It was like that, but like I came. Like, pretty much, does that make sense? Does that make any sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how it wasn't really sex technically. I felt like I was building furniture. I was just kind of like, what goes where? Like, what am I doing? What is this? This is IKEA. I don't know. They say, okay, here's the thing. They say tall guys are bad at sex. That's like a thing. People are saying this now. And that's probably true. You know, like, I think we can own up to that. That's probably true. Here's the thing. I think tall guys, I think we're bad at sex because we know that like win or lose, it's not our last game. You know, it's not. It's really, you know, short guys like if she doesn't come, she'll never come back. You know, and we're like if she doesn't come, others will. You know, someone else will be there. I know it sounds cocky. But. And I'm not saying short. I'm saying short guys are better. Really, you know, they give it 110%. You know, it's not
this guy's doing a set about tall guys being good at sex.
We're bad at sex. Okay.
Oh, shit, you heard me? Oh my God.
Yeah. I never thought I'd get heckled over Zoom, but here we are. God, in my most vulnerable moment, giving small men a real olive branch. But yes, you know, they give it 110%. It's not the size of the boat; it's the motion in the ocean, right? Short guys made that up. Why? Because tall guys, we just dock our boats. I feel like we're just sitting there like, isn't this great? I don't know. Maybe that joke won't stick for when life comes back, but I don't know. Yeah, the girl I was with after this first sex encounter for me, she liked to be on top when we hooked up. She was on top for most of it. I have a theory. I think sometimes girls go on top simply because like they no longer believe in me. You know, it's just like a let me do it situation. You know, I don't know. It's cool. I'm fine with it. Just kind of, you know, I don't know. What else is going on? What have I been watching? What I've been doing? I've been watching a lot of documentaries. I watched true crime. Watched The Keepers. Which is cool. I like true crime, but like I hate horror movies, which is weird because like true crime is real and like horror movies are fake, you know? Like at least like when I watch a horror movie, I'm like, oh no, that's too scary. Turn it off, you know? But like when a doc is like, this family was stabbed to death, I'm like, yes, they were, you know? Like fuck them up, kill the kids, show the pics. You know, I'm so into it, dude. like if he gets out, he'll kill again. I'm like, he better. You know, he better. I want the sequel. You know, that's really what I want. And I've been watching a lot of. I've been watching some old basketball games, like on like some basketball classics. Not old, but like from the last couple of years. I was watching this basketball game where the announcer was talking about Kevin Durant. They were saying, he was like, Kevin Durant is a great player and an even better person. Great player, better person. And I was like, there's no chance, okay, of that. There's not a chance of that. He is the second best player in the world. Okay. There's not a thing. No, not one person is like, I love Kevin's skills, but I'd rather have his charisma. You know, that's not really like no girl's like I want to suck his discipline. You know, that's not really a thing. I don't think that's fun. I don't think that's fair. I think he's the best. I think he's the best player ever, or at least right now. So I don't know what else is going on. I really wish that girl would start talking again because I think that was more fun. She's like, that joke fucking sucks. I'd be like, okay, at least that's something. I'll tell you what, guys, bombing on Zoom is a different level self-torture and self-hate that I like to get reminded once a month of. It really like brings whatever the pain was of bombing on stage that you forgot. You get this in 7 minutes, man, in like a 7-minute injection. Let's see here. I don't talk to my brother anymore. That's been a thing. That's been a development lately. I think it's for the best. I don't know. He tried to make me feel bad about it. He was like, if you don't like me, then you don't like my daughter, your niece. I was like, that's not true, man. You know, I love my niece. You know, she's great. You know, like she's never been an alcoholic. You know, never been or punched my friend ever. Like if she, that's the thing. She's never been. Here's the thing. I'll tell you what. I'll be honest. If she had a drinking problem, trust me, I wouldn't like her. Okay, I would not like her. I would not be into it. She'd be like, buy me beer. I'd be like, get away from me, fucking demon. I don't know. I don't drink whiskey anymore, man. I stick to beer. That's what I realized out here. Because like whiskey messes with your emotions.
Uh-oh.
Like at least with beer, you feel cool and you feel tough, you know. But with whiskey, you just feel divorced, you know. like if beer's liquid courage, whiskey's liquid PTSD. You know? Beer, you're like, I'll fight the big guy. Whiskey, you're like, I'm a bad son, you know. I've been a bad cousin for. But yeah, that's fuck. I think I had another tag to that. But you know what, guys, that was great. I think I fucking knocked that shit out of the park. But I gotta go. And you guys are the best, man. Thank you so much for supporting us in the show. Thank you.
Love it. Keep it going for Alex Fabulous, everybody. Wave your hands, shake them all around. Wish him luck. He's heading off to another set. No, not luck. Luck is bad in show business, right? It's break legs. Break legs, Alex.
Yep.
Staying booked throughout the pandemic. I genuinely respect it. That's an admirable trait. I forgot to play the music, so we're gonna forget about that. I didn't even have to mention it, frankly. Let's see. All I have for you is that the neighborhood is Lakeview. I haven't figured out the address yet, but I will.
Really, they pulled them up.
Yeah, somebody said in the chat that they already ripped them up.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. I never read the fucking chat. I'm such a whatever. All right, love it. Okay, cool. That's great news. You know, it kind of ruins that bit. But whatever. No, I'm just kidding. Somebody go plant some bushes so I can get this bit back. I don't know. We can keep things moving right along. We got a fantastic show. Our next performer, she's absolutely wonderful. I don't think it's Sonya. Is it Sonya?
No.
Okay. It's just because the camera was stuck on Sonya real quick. But yeah, the next performer, she's absolutely wonderful. She is the Fran Fine to my Niles the Butler. I don't know what his last name is. Get your hands together right now for Rebecca O'Neill, everybody. Woo! Oh wait. Here, let me give you intro music. Rebecca O'Neill, everybody. What?
No, gotta be honest. I don't hear anything, but
it's not working.
Just imagine a soundtrack for me. Whatever you imagine, that shit is right. I hear birds. I don't like that.
Hear birds.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm just hearing birds because of I'm losing control of my mind as quarantine drags on. Are you guys still quarantined? Move your bodies. So yeah, same. I went out for Juneteenth and for protests, and I've been in the house other than that. Like, Juneteenth was a necessity. Like, it was the blackest thing you ever saw. Like, I would list black stereotypes, but I don't want to, it was black. Just know that. Capital B, it was wonderful. Everybody had on masks, and it was delightful, but it did make me, miss real life, 100%. Like, I already know my brain has already started deleting memories from 2020, just as a trauma response. By December, I will not have remembered 45% of what happened this year because, my brain's gonna have to defrag after this. It's super crazy. I am remembering. Is anybody else remembering really weird things during quarantine?
Nope.
Things just popping back up. It's a lot of traumatic shit, but it's also really dumb shit. Like I randomly remembered that the second season of American Idol, I started a Yahoo group to vote for Ruben Studdard. That turned into me talking to dozens of adults regularly online. And so when Ruben won, we all like posted pictures and they were like, "Are you a child?" And I'm like, "Actually, 100%. Your leader's a child." And so that fucked a lot of people up. I was talking to grown ass men and they weren't even perverts. If they were, it was unrelated to if they happened to be perverts also. The one time I went outside for an extended period of time, I came back home covered in mosquito bites, which I feel like is racist. Like I go outside for a black holiday and I get bit up. Like that seems like whose side are mosquitoes on? Let's think about it. Ebola. They're fascists. That's all I'm saying. Mosquitoes are fascists. Also though, whoever thought of putting like sunblock and bug spray together, they were really in their fucking bag. Like, wow, like we're not getting hit from any angle. Like, I love that shit. They're really dominating the industry. June was really bad. I'm glad it's over. What a shitball of a month. Like, who thought of June? Yikes. Never heard of that bitch. If you bring up June, I'm gonna act like I don't know what you're talking about because all I did in June was protest and grow my fupa back. That's all I did in June. It was gone. Guess who's Bazak? My fupa. And it's like, how did that happen? I have a few guesses. First of all, I think my fupa is a PSYOP, a psychological operation from the government to destabilize my mental state. Number two, I also would like to have a word with both Ben and Jerry. I was eating their product to be woke. And guess what actually happened, y'all? I gave more money to a corporation and my food came back. So that's wild. That's wild. I also would like to speak to the manager of plantains in all their form. I was not familiar with this particular carbohydrate until my last relationship. He is they love plantains, and now I'm familiar with this carbohydrate. Now look at my life. So that's what's going on with me. I started doing a lot of apartment-friendly workouts. Yeah. I'm on YouTube. Type it in, search terms, apartment-friendly, no noise, no jumping, hit with 2 eyes. Like, is it an app? Is it a workout? I don't. So we're searching, and I find this like no noise workout. And it would be no noise. Like I'm in there sweating, I'm doing my thing, but like I'm cursing like Yosemite fucking Sam. Like that shit is not quiet. Like, I'm loud as hell. Like fucking Satchel Cratchit is awful. Like Sonya actually saved my life a little bit because I can really say this every show. She's the way her influence. So I was trying to do yoga. I was in my house in my Bushwick apartment, small. If you're not from Bushwick apartment, just me, it's small. Trying to do yoga, right? Which is yoga? We need to ask more questions because both difficult and boring. Horrible combination for my personality. Horrible combination. So I'm in the chat, I'm in the group chat like, y'all, yoga is for fucking suckers. I don't know what I was saying, some bullshit. And Sonya was like, well, maybe for you it would be like a good faster yoga. So I'm doing vinyasa right now. Guys, I feel like I could jump on top of a bus. Like this is incredible. Like I'm moving, my shit is loose. It's great. Thank you, Sonya, yet again. She also let me experiment on her hair, and she doesn't even look like a Pokemon. I'm so happy. Like, I just knew she was going to come out looking crazy, but you'll see later in the show. Also punted my laptop across the room doing one of these apartment-friendly workouts. Like, I was doing a lunge kick, and I kicked the shit out of my laptop, so I'm going to have to question the marketing on apartment-friendly. My sports bra's tight again. Dog. This is the same joke. You won't see it immediately, but if you have a dog, it's all the fireworks going on right now. When I had a dog, she's not dead. She just lives with my mom when I moved out of state. We'll come back to that. But when I had my dog, she didn't like loud noises, so we got her a thunder shirt, which is like a tight tube top type vest. Top you put on your dog is too tight, like Fashion Nova tight, and it keeps them calm when they hear loud sound. And because of my recent weight gain, my sports bra fit a little bit like a thunder shirt, and it's really kind of actually is keeping me calm during the fireworks, which are a real psyop. Okay, my fupa was a fake psyop. This is a real psyop. I live in Hollywood, okay? There are fireworks going on nonstop. If these people had corporate firework money, they would have moved out of this fucking neighborhood. Like, it doesn't open your mind. So anyway, yeah, I'm a full-fledged tinfoil hat right now. Like, I got time to think up shit, and it's all that. I got time. I'm on Google. Government has nothing to do. I tried to launch an OnlyFans today. That way. Now y'all seem excited. Look, now this is gonna sound like I'm bragging at the top, but you're gonna see how it's not. I have a lot of Twitter followers. I tweet this shit out, and literally thousands of people are following me from my mind. They really like the jokes, guys. They really like the jokes, and I'm like, wow. I'm proud of myself for the talent, but also like, bitch, like. So I'm really trying to reconcile that because the ass is fat. Fatter every day, thanks to Ben and Jerry. Like, it's crazy. Oh, these segues are not going to be for shit. I drank some wine, so just. Yeah, I have antibodies. I went and found out. I got STD tested because I found out my ex was on some bullshit, so I had to go clear that up before the world opened back up. And so while I was in the building, I'm like, yeah, let me just run every test you got. If it's free, run that shit. So I got tested for antibodies. I got the good ones, the IgG or HGG. I don't remember. Got plenty of them, and I would just like to shout out to my immune system for also being from Chicago. You can't catch us out here. Like, I got that shit that ran through me, and where is it? You don't know. So all I'm saying is, like, don't underestimate Black people from the Midwest because Minnesota burnt one police station down and look at the world right now. I do Prince. Like, do I need to go on? I don't think I do. One more thing the Midwest did for Black people, other than allowing them to move the fuck away. Anyway, okay, so wow, the wine's hitting. I would just like you guys have a live look at me and my T cells right now. Just wow, that was object work. Carrot top food. Prop comment. So, this story is not. We'll see. So I do miss parties. The last party I went to, it was like a house party.
Put it in the recycling.
Good.
What?
You gotta stop.
I hope Gwen disposed of her recyclables properly. Gwen, we're gonna follow up after my set, okay? I don't know how long I've been going, but I have more in this Google Doc, so let me know. I didn't hear that at all.
You got 1 more minute.
Oh, great. So I'm not going to tell this story. I don't know what I'm going to end on. Oh, so I'm going to end on this. I smoke a lot of weed, obviously. So do you know what a K-hole is? Like when you go on the internet and you're like, I'm going to learn a bunch of shit about something that doesn't matter. So the thing that I did recently is I decided that I was going to learn about quantum physics in the most cursory way possible. And I watched Michio Kaku. I watched some Neil deGrasse a bitch loves pop science. If science didn't involve math, man, I'd be all over for that shit. But it does. You have to do a lot of calculations. Science is not just ideas. That's magic. So love the idea of quantum physics because it's like, this is gonna be wrong, but it's gonna make a little sense. So regular physics, we get it. Things move, they're fast, they're slow, they're big, they're small. We understand. You can't even look at things that are super tiny without changing up physics because it's literally, this is the cutest thing I've ever heard. They're literally too tiny to be understood. And I'm like, oh my God. So they had to come up with a new system to understand these things because they're so fucking little. And I'm like, wow. I don't know who's a sub in here, but I didn't know with that. That was so cute of you, science. Like, how did you do that? So that's pretty cool. And I'm wondering now if there's something too big or too fast for regular science, because it can be too small, but what can be too big? If nothing, I'm gonna invent it, and I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I'll figure it out. I'll let you know on the next show. Macro physics. I don't know. Astrophysics that exists. Bye.
Rebecca O'Neill, everybody, wave those hands. Let us see that love, that adulation. Oh my goodness, things are going great. Rebecca was talking about the apartment workout, so I definitely have. Several months ago, I found an apartment workout, and you're just. It's weird. I watch the same video every single time. I don't watch the rest of this lady's videos, and each time I care a little bit more about her recent engagement from 2013. So, you know, just kind of, that's engaging with people, making some connections. I have, let me check in on our funds here. So clearly, I'm not the only one who forgot their PayPal password because I did get in. But we do have $55 waiting in the PayPal. That's pretty wonderful. And as of right now, over on Venmo, we are at $367. You are all incredible. I thank you so much for that. We are moving steadily towards our goal, and I am thrilled. I seem to have lost my final joint. It's the last week I had. I dropped it, and I sorry if I was bopping around during your set a little bit. I am going to find it. I'm going to find it. You can trust that. Let's see. I will absolutely share the Venmo, or I'm sure Rada will actually. I don't know. We'll get the Venmo in the chat. There it is. Boom. Billy, thank you so much. And everyone marking their Venmo donations. Brave Space Alliance, I really appreciate that. That is awesome. But just in case anyone's curious, I am just going to donate my full Venmo at the end of this. I got rid of all $40 that I had in there before the show, so I'm just going to donate everything. So hopefully my roommates don't, send me utility money or something during this time. But that's where that's all going. All right, so we're going to keep things moving right along. This next performer, she is fantastic as well. As she was name dropped, you're going to see, you know what? Rebecca's even going to continue to shine in the next set when you see our next performer's hair. So let's get excited right now for your friend and mine, Sonia Denis.
Hello. Yes, these braids were done by none other than comedian, actress, actor, sketch writer, comedy writer, Rebecca O'Neill, hair braider. I mean, this is just talent. Rebecca has a really high IQ. Like, don't let the comedy bits fool you. Like, she reads Montaigne for fun. That's a French writer. You know what I'm saying?
He writes about farts
for fun. No, why did I get my braids done when my ass is in the house? Because I want to impress the men on the streets. The uncle that's like, hey, baby, you remind me of my daughter. How old is she? Or a dude that's like, hey, what you? Damn, I'm so I'm post horny. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't being a man, what is I was watching The Floor is Lava. Have y'all seen that fucking? Oh my God. I was watching that shit. They have the 3 men doing a thing and one guy was talking. I was like, damn. And then after I masturbated, I looked at it again. I was like, this man is boring. So the cat just touched me. She's like, it's my turn. Wow, you're a creep. So I actually want to update people. As you guys remember last month, if you're a regular, I found a cat on the roof. I'm gonna come say hi again.
Cat watch.
Ooh, he's a bone cat.
He's a bone cat.
He's a bone
cat.
Bone cat. Give us that cat name.
I did not want to come on. Wow.
Oh,
Look at her. She's pregnant.
oh my God.
She was pregnant when I found her. I didn't know that shit. I thought I was taking one cat in. Okay, yeah. So done. You got into it. She's gonna expose my food. Ow. Hey, you can't be on for 2 minutes. Oh, I'm bleeding. Am I bleeding? Like
Oh my
Beyonce, the
goodness.
show must go on. Okay, 1 second. I gotta let her out. I'll be right back.
Oh, Lisa
So as you can see,
Cat,
the cat
everybody.
runs my fucking life. She's the worst. Like, she's great. I love her. She's like a trash roommate. You know, she the other day. Hold on, I'm gonna close the door. I don't want to hear me talking about her. No, I'm joking. There's a loud fan, but she would hear me. You know what I mean? Cats are like Voldemort-ish. I don't know. But the other day I was sleeping and I felt like she bit my toe. And I woke up like, what the fuck? And she's like, yeah, what the fuck? It's 5 a.m. You're not gonna feed me? Like, I was like, what? Like, she literally was like, meow. Or like another time, she woke me up at 3 a.m. and she had like something in her teeth. And I was like, what are you eating? And it was like a dead bug. Well, I thought dead, but it was alive. Like she gave me a gift. Like, why? She's very demanding because she's pregnant. She don't have these kittens anyway now. If you would like a kitten, because all 4 of them have to go. But after 2 months, listen, I got a heart, but cats are alive. You know what I mean? Like they shit like, you know what I'm saying? But they're great. I'm trying to give away a cat, poor cat. Cats are great. They're great. No, I really love her. It, like made my life a little less lonely. But back to the bits. Yeah, so the roach was still alive that she fucking brought me, like at 4 a.m. What? And I imagine though, like seeing it as a nice thing. I imagine that like she disappears for like hours on end in the house. I don't know where she goes. I have no idea. Like she has another life, and I just imagine she's telling like other cats like, I brought these bitch a good roach, alive. Like, wow, I could have ate that. You know what I'm saying? That's my bit about cats. If you really seriously though, if you want a kitten and you're not gonna like torture them, hit me up, please. I'm giving them away. And too much. She's like, baka. You know what I mean? My mom is like, do you think this is a sign from God about you? I'm like, I see her going through this shit. I don't want it. This is a time. What you talking about? My mom, any way to bring up marriage and a man is like, for what? So I can hate my life more? I'm going through a breakup. I mentioned that I was supposed to this morning. Like, men are like the worst to me, and they're also like, what you doing? You know, my girl, I was like, oh, I will post a thirst trap, caught a fucking tire today. It's just been, there's no point. You know what I mean? Like, join the apps for what? None of y'all make it sound good. No one I know on the app is having a good fucking time. No one. I know I have a friend, white dude, little tall, handsome, chiseled chin. 1 month after that, he would come home and be like, I don't know if I'm gonna die alone. I'm like, wow, for what? I was like coming home, like, wow, I met somebody, we talked about like our childhood and we like connected and shit. Everybody's like, oh, I met my boyfriend, but like we went on 20 dates. Anyway, I'm done with that bit. Everyone has done a Tinder bit. I'm bring back to regular bits. I don't know how long it's been. I smoked a J and I had a Stella.
Got 4 minutes.
Drinking. Wave it if you're still. Yeah, put up your vice in the air. Come on, just the protein powder. Get the fuck. I've become the window lady. I've been like sitting outside my window, smoking, watching what other people are doing. Because my other neighbors are like, what pandemic? You know, they're like, they're having girls over, they're having company. I mentioned that I got a vibrator last time. Things are better with the vibrator, you know? That's what you just gotta like stick through it. Like your clitoris is like, this is too much. And you gotta like keep going. And then one day your body's like, you know what? You were looking at the floor is lava. And these boring ass men were like to you. So maybe you should try this. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's like quick. Like I feel like regular sex, you work your way towards feeling good. That shit is like, I'm good for 2 days. Like McDonald's. Like I'd rather eat like a meal, you know. But if all I got are these sauce packets with like gravy that tastes like stir fry, I gotta take what I gotta get. You know, I gotta live. And that's what I'm saying. I guess this is my PS to y'all who are breaking quarantine. Like, you could be a break. No. I would break quarantine with someone if I had any rotation lined up whatsoever. I'm not getting on that. I'll leave with this. I'll leave with this. I just thought before this that the NFL is going to play, and this might be not real because I saw it on the internet, but they're going to play the Black national anthem a week before, like, in addition to the regular anthem, or I don't know. I just saw enough to write a bit about it, which is like, what? Who asked for this? Like, we're like, hire Kaepernick. They're like, or we could get Frankie Beverly and Maze to play. Okay, and then I want to end on this real quick. If you are a Black person who knows the Black national anthem, can we all sing it together?
Right now?
Yeah, right now. Okay, Black people, are y'all ready? All however many. And you know what? If you're an ally and you know it, like sing alto and you good. Yeah. This ring
Sing us.
Yes, Esther! Black nationalist! My sister!
Oh my
I'm on
God.
the police. All right, that's it.
Giving over Sonia to me, everybody. Let her see it. Wave those hands. Oh man, that was wonderful because Sonia's computer has some sort of issue where when other people are making noise, you can't quite hear her. So during a lot of that song, you were just clearly belting it out, but you would just hear us quietly, supportively trying to lift you. That was great. That was so
I like
good.
Mariah. Like, it was good. A lot.
All right, so I'm joint watch. I'll keep you posted right before we move on to our next comedian. We've got 3 more comedians for you tonight. I found a little hole in my ground and I started picking at it and I ripped up some of the floorboards. And I've got like this like big old. It looks like a little cake. Like this is some Fraggle Rock shit. So I'm gonna climb on in there during this next set. The Wi-Fi seems to be pretty bad, so I might lose video when I head down in there. But don't worry, I'll be able to enjoy our following comedian right alongside with you. So I'm just gonna, without further ado, go ahead and bring up our following comic. They are looking sharp tonight. They look like they just got out of a photo shoot about a magazine article about buying your third boat. Let's get excited right now for Justin Covington, everybody.
Oh, hey, it's me. I'm here.
Look at that chest! Wow.
Yes, this is the screen. This is the jacket. It's got the, this is what I was going to wear on some exotic beach adventure this summer. But I'll have to settle for one of the New York City beaches this year. Shout out to Jacob Reese, which I'm going to go to tomorrow, even though there's a thunderstorm warning, because why not? What else do we have to do in this age? Pride Month, Pride Weekend was last weekend in New York. Shout out to Pride. Went to the Queer Liberation March. It was honestly like the best Pride I've been to. There's not nearly as many police, although they did act up. But it was really weird because like there was no like corporate Pride this year to take a lot of people away from it. So we were like marching through like Christopher Street, and people were chanting like bottoms, tops, we all hate cops. And then in the back, like behind me, I hear these 2 people being like, actually, I don't think all the cops are bad. I'm like, why are you in this protest? What are you doing here? What are you doing? go to brunch, go back to brunch. I don't know. It was very strange. I did have a very like textbook Pride experience. Ran into like a lot of friends that I hadn't seen in a while, especially with quarantine. Ran into a charismatic ex. Can't have Pride without running into a charismatic ex. Critical part of the tradition. Um, I don't remember what else I did at Pride. It's probably a good decision. Oh yeah, it rained, and then everybody danced to "Rain on Me" because Lady Gaga controls the weather, and that's something that she has not disclosed, but I'm fairly certain because it's rained a lot this week. Sonny was talking about the apps. I think it's impossible to be happy on the apps because you always are aware of all the extra things that happen. Like Tinder is bad, but like the gay apps are like actively toxic. Like I'm on an app called Scruff, and on Scruff, when you open the app, it has groupings of people. Let's say like new people nearby or people who just uploaded photos, but it also has a grid that says the most woofed grid, which is the people, when you're interested in someone on Scruff, you send them like a little woof. It's a little paw print. And so it's the people who have received the most woofs in the last hour. And so it's a leaderboard of who the aggregate gay hive mind thinks is the most attractive at any given time, which is a very toxic way of dealing self-esteem, because if you're not on it, you're like, why am I not on it? Am I ugly? If you are on it, you're like, I'm surrounded by all these beautiful people. I don't belong here. So there's no winning on that. All that's a long way to say that I was on it twice earlier today because I went to Central Park. I went to Central Park. I was number 4. Shout out to number 4. And I went to Central Park. So I was like right there in the heart of Manhattan. Lots of people on their phones, bored, messaging. You can't see when you're on it. So 2 guys just messaged me and they're like, hey, you're on it. Sometimes I see my friends on it and I'll just like shout out to them too, which is always fun. It's community, even though it's a toxic community. Yes. But Rebecca was talking about antibodies. I also have antibodies. Shout out to antibodies. It was really weird. I got coronavirus in February before it was cool. And I got it from a jockstrap party the first weekend of February. I figured it out because in the weeks afterward, well, first I've got the test done multiple times and it's always said that I have the antibodies, but also even before that, before I got the test, a lot of people from that party started getting sick, like people who worked at the bar, people who were there. And, you know, it's a jockstrap party. I'm putting in work. So, of course, fluids were exchanged. And so I had to become my own, like, DIY contact tracer and figure out, like, okay, I kiss this person kiss this person. Because if there's one thing gays know how to do, it's how to contact trace during a pandemic. So I was able to, like, put all those things together and figure it out. That I got it from a jockstrap party. But I do think that it's weird. I think it's weird thinking about all the things that I didn't get to do in the before times, because like, the world is forever changed. There's no going back to normal. We should want to go back to normal. Like, the world is like forever changed. Like, I feel bad that I never got to go to a sex party before coronavirus, because I feel like going to a sex party after coronavirus will be like flying after 9/11. Like, it just won't be the freeing experience that it used to be. It's just going to be this very strange thing. And I know you might be thinking for a second, wait, Justin, didn't you just tell us a story about how you got coronavirus at a sex party? No, I got coronavirus at a jockstrap party. Critical difference: at a jockstrap party, there's a dark room for you to go and have sex in. At a sex party, the entire party is the dark room. So it's just like, one, you may happen to have sex. One, that's the entire objective. So I'll never be able to go to the latter. And I think it's going to be very strange once it starts, because people will have to like bring disposable whips. You'll have to change out the sling between every sub. Like, it's just like a more bothersome process than what people would be able to do right now. That's one of the things that we're leaving in the before times. What else? Charismatic X, bottoms, tops, talked about that. Oh, the beach. Speaking of charismatic ex, the beach I'm going to tomorrow, again against the wishes of God, because he did tell me it's going to storm, and I did ignore that anyway. Shout out to that dog. But the beach is probably my favorite place. I didn't think that moving to New York would make me a beach person, but it did. So even last summer, I was there pretty much every weekend. And my first summer here, it was like one of my first summer boos, like first summer in New York. And we decided to go to the beach on Labor Day weekend and just have like a really good time, like just close out the summer well. And like I was really into this guy. I was gonna ask him if he wanted to like be my boyfriend or be more serious, just do like a quick little check-in, see where we're at. And so I'm so sure that it's going to be a great time that I decided to do mushrooms at the beach, which is like, again, completely normal, good thing to do at the beach. But while we're hanging out at the beach, we are just like talking, hanging out, drinking beers, and it gets hot. It's like still pretty hot outside. So we're walking towards the water. But before we get to the water, he stops me and he says, I really like you, but really just as a friend, like not romantically. I hope we can still hang out. And I don't know if you have ever received bad news whilst on mushrooms. I do not recommend it. It's not really a good thing to go through. The only silver lining is that I was already at the beach, so I just continued walking into the ocean forever. Like I just did not stop. Like I'm just gonna keep going until I go to the UK, until I go to Asia. I'm just gonna walk all around the world, and I'm back. And I feel like that is about the time that I'll be able to go. Did New York open the beaches? No. I went to the beach. The beaches are technically open as of July 1st. The beach, when I went in June, they basically had signs that were just like poop at your own risk. Like you walk into the bathroom and it's like, there may or may not be toilet paper in here, so look before you commit. Like they had multiple signs of that. There's also the police waving their dicks around. They would do their helicopter flybys. I'm just like, we are a bunch of Brooklyn gays on the beach trying to look hot for other Brooklyn gays. We have no part. Let us just thirst trap in peace, okay? That's all we're trying to do. So now the beach will actually be open. So we'll have to be yelled at by 17-year-old lifeguards, which is often what happens. I can't imagine who that lifeguard is, who's assigned to the gay part of the beach, but I hope they get a lot of formative experiences out of it, because we are truly out there just showing our asses. I don't know how much time I have. I feel like I have like a minute, maybe.
I literally just let you, Justin.
Oh, okay, got
I realize that the light does not work if I am not on your screen when I do it. So
okay. Did I have anything else to say? No, I'll just finish on this. Sexting has been a big part of quarantine culture, I feel like. And I didn't really like sexting in the before times. I was just like, I don't really like this, like sexting with guys. And I figured it out. I think the reason I don't like sexting is that I would prefer a little foreplay before we get there. It would feel a little textual foreplay, because like most gay talk of that sort starts in media res or in media ass. Like you're just already fucking them. Like you've already have fucked them. And then that's just like how the conversation starts. It's very annoying. Like I just want someone to be like, hey, can I get you a drink, vodka soda? And let's build up the scene. All we have is time. It's quarantine. We're going to be in quarantine forever. Actually, but this is actually the last thing I want to say. I did go to Central Park today, and I texted my mom that I was going to Central Park, and she said, "Watch out for Karens. They're on the loose." And that is good general advice from my mom, except that she raised me in a literal land of Karens in the white suburbs. So I've learned their tactics and how to fight them. But otherwise, that is all I have to say. I am Justin. Thanks to everybody for watching.
Yeah, Justin.
Justin Covington, everybody. Let him see it. Wave those hands. Can we hear me? Can you hear me down in this cave?
You
Oh
actually,
my gosh.
We can't see you.
Things are kind of crazy down here. I'm going to try to see what I can do about lighting. I figured out, I did find a hot spot. So I'm going to, hold on, let's see. All right, can you see me?
What?
Hey, wait,
Oh,
wait,
oh my goodness.
am I getting any reception down here?
Wow.
I'm really not sure if this. Am I coming through? Do you see?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Wow. I never thought. I mean, I really didn't think I was going to get reception down here, but I guess our Wi-Fi is pretty good. Things are pretty. I mean, this is a little weird to discover underneath my bedroom in my apartment in Brooklyn. But you know, you can't predict what the Fraggles are going to do. I did. The good news is I found my joint. So I'm just gonna honestly probably hole up down here for the rest of quarantine. This is a much better place than the rest of the world. I feel pretty safe down here. Hopefully my guy delivers down here, but we'll see. I'll reach out to him pretty soon and find out. Wow, I don't know. I'm just finally, I feel like I'm at peace for the first time in years. I really like it down here. So we're just going to keep things moving right along with your following performer.
Wait, Charlie.
Wait, are we waiting?
Before we move on, we just passed the 842 mark.
Wow.
Not money.
Oh, boo.
842 in Chicago, which means it's time for everybody to donate $4.20. That is hilarious. At 42 past the hour, we donate $4.20. That's a coffee, and it's a joke. It's great. Yes. You can afford that. Anybody can afford that.
I would love that because I do want to give us a little update. We are currently we only have 2 comedians left, and we are currently at $450. That is wonderful. That's great. We're really excited to donate that. But if your pockets are deep and you've got anything to give and you want to support the Brave Space Alliance in Chicago, definitely feel free to reach out, send us more money. There is also a chance that Sonal is just getting a bunch of donations while she's on her internet vacation. She's taking a break from the internet or something. I have no idea where Sonal is. Frankly, you know, when does anyone have any idea where Sonal is? She's an aloof, floaty person. We love her. But so yeah, I don't know. We'll check in throughout, towards the end of the show. And I don't know. Things are still great. This is still a fantastic amount of money. We will still be making a difference with this amount of money. But I'm sure these next 2 performers are really going to turn you around and really going to make you want to dig deep into that money purse of yours. And we're getting a lot of 420s rolling in, so I'm pretty happy about that.
It works, man. It's the best.
All right, so this next performer, fantastic friend of mine. Sometimes he sends some interesting characters in his stead to fill in because he's just so busy globetrotting, performing all over the place. So I'm not certain, but we've booked our next performer, Odanaka Eziokoli. Give him all your attention.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. Good evening. I am here for Odanaka. He apologized he couldn't make it. It's me. It's your boy. It's Barack. Yeah. And I just wanted to take some time off from laying in Michelle's hair to talk to you guys tonight. We're in times of incredible change. So many things are happening all over the place. And people have been asking me, what do you think, Barack? What are you here to do? And I just want to tell people, I think that we need to dig in and we need to support our boy, Joe Biden. People think because I support Joe Biden, I'm not about change. Why didn't you support Bernie Sanders? And look, I am still about change, very much so. Okay, I change my underwear every day. Come on. What is this? This is ludicrous. But, this whole defunding the police thing, abolish the police. I think that people are doing change too fast. We need to do things step by step. Change is incremental. I ran on that platform. I was the first Black president of the United States. It's The Rock, of course. And, but I wasn't the first. Bill Clinton, he was the first, and it's step by step. He paved the way. And it was the 90s. It was very easy to be Black in the 90s. Played the saxophone. That was it. Very low bar for getting invited to the cookout in the 90s. Wear a FUBU shirt, you're in. That's all it took. These days, the cookout criteria, very high. Have you read Angela Davis? Have you read Audre Lorde? Do you know Free Palestine? Very hard to get into cookout in 2020. But the 90s, very easy. I digress. And so, now we're here. And people want to do this radical thing, getting rid of the police. I mean, look, I think we should do things step by step. Namely, my daughters have at least 6 more years of college left. And they're going to need Secret Service protections. So we should wait until they've graduated, and then we can get rid of the police. You understand? We need to do things step by step, incremental change. I don't understand why people are trying to move things so quickly. I mean, even Juneteenth, you know? We found out slavery was done in 1863. It took 2 years for the news to catch up. That's step by step. That's incremental change. That's the change I stand behind. That's the change I believe in. I don't know where people get off saying these things like we should get rid of the police now. It's like, what, do they think we live in a society that just kicked out the British police during the Revolution? Is that what they think? It's baffling. I've been thinking a lot about this, and I think you know, there's been a lot of great progress. Like, instead of defunding the police, have we considered just taking Aunt Jemima? You know, they took her off. Hey, that's good. Maybe we could just settle for that. Why do we need more? Maybe we could do some other things that are really little by little getting things done. Now, we saw what they did in DC. What if we change the name of Michigan Avenue to Black People Rap Really Good? What if we did that? It's a long street. It goes from the north side to the south side. And while those police are on the beat, instead of enacting violence on a young person, they might see the name of that street that they're on and be like, oh my gosh, Black people rap really good. I'm going to put this baton away. I'm sorry. You can go along, sir. Go along. These are the things that we can do step by step to make a real difference instead of trying to take it all the way down. You know, the police, they kill what? 1,400 people a day? 1,400 people a day. In Chicago, a third of our budget goes to the police force. And these folks want to take that money and give it to mental health institutions and schools and after school programs. They think that's going to work. It's too much. We should invest that money in like the Obama Library in Hyde Park. Raise rent prices. That's the real thing we can be doing. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a guy with a Netflix deal. I think we should really heed this message. You know, I think I'm starting a change.org petition to replace Betty Crocker's face with Beyonce's face. And I'm gonna drop a link in the chat so you guys can sign my Change Betty Crocker to Beyonce petition. I think these are the kinds of real change initiatives that we can be doing instead of defunding the police. Thank you. God bless. Have a great night. It's Barack. Holla.
Yeah. President Barack Obama, everyone. That's wow. How crazy to have the last American president, as in the final American president, into our show. That's incredible. Does Barack actually have a Netflix deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multi-movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shell has a movie out called Becoming.
Yeah.
That's you know, out of all the horrors that are going to haunt Trump. I bet that one's going to bother him the most, is that he's not the first American president to get a Netflix deal. I love it. That really, that tickles me. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's check in on our funds. I was getting blown up. I had to put my phone down so I could pay attention and give our president oh wow, oh my gosh. Okay, so bombarded with a lot of 420s and a lot of other various amounts. You are all so fucking generous. I don't even know what PayPal is at the moment, but right now on Venmo we're at $741.
It works every time.
That's like what were we at? Did we just make $300 in 6 minutes? It was Obama. That was the
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
I think the only way we're going to make it is if Billy gives up his time to Gerald Ford, one of the best presidents of all. Maybe he wasn't the best.
Oh my God!
But he's one of the best ex-presidents. And man just builds houses and keeps his nose out of people's business. Jimmy Carter, Gerald Ford. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yo,
Jimmy Carter.
No joke.
I don't know who the fuck Gerald Ford is.
Al Gore.
Go kick rocks. I don't know. I don't know where all the states are on a map. You think I'm going to know any of the presidents? But yeah, we're at $741 just on Venmo. Just on Venmo alone. That is lovely. You are all incredible. Once again, congrats on your success as the best audience in the world. I love you all so much. We're going to we're in the home stretch. We're bringing up your final comic. They are absolutely wonderful. So excited. Known them for some time now. Really putting on a show. I did this because I need to catch up with the amount of background environments that they've had since starting quarantine. So let's get excited right now for Billy Bullock, everyone.
Hey, dude. I had to move. That's why I had to move during. Shut up.
No shade.
This is my bedroom. You're right. I do set up my room like a set. I always have like 3 camera angles. Hang on. I will just do it because we're here now. While I'm doing this, you know what's really funny about the president thing is my dad on Father's Day told me about this bit that he found that I did maybe 5 years ago where I played Grover Cleveland and I was arguing that Grover Cleveland was actually the first black president. This is look number 2. Can you tell? I'm in the bed. It's very chill. There's a plant behind me. There's plants in the windows. And then here's the sitting angle. There's like, hi, I'm in a chair. You can't really see the chair. I don't have the lighting set up for that chair, but you can see it. And then there's just like crap. There's like crap here. You can't see that crap when I've set the camera up. There's like crap over here too, but you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? It's great. I set my room up like a goddamn set because that's the only thing there is to do when you're a fucking actor. And we don't have any work. You know what I mean? Do you guys know that there's no work for us right now? Did you know that? I also, can you tell I have a live YouTube video of them counting the number of coronavirus cases. We're up to 10.9 million cases of the fucking virus, and they want to open the beaches up. Fuck that. Wow. Okay. Wow. Hi. Okay. I guess I did write some jokes this month. I don't know why. For whom? So fucking social media sucks. We realize that now. I guess there were people who realized it the whole time, but then you had to do it. But it's like great to see social media get its whole reckoning. And it's weird because I like hate Facebook, but I'm still on Instagram, which is owned by Facebook. And I'm kind of like not on Instagram very much anymore, even because of that. And I was like, I've only been on Instagram for the last couple months or last couple years, really, to watch the OnlyFansification of my Instagram. Like everybody I know on Instagram went from like, I am a banker to tits is out, free the nipple on Maine. Like, you know what I mean? And we did that. I talked about that last month. And now I'm realizing, that's my light. Sorry. Now I'm realizing I don't even want like Instagram too much people protesting, and I'm like on board and I'm out in the streets. But like when I open Instagram, it's usually in my bed and I'm touching my chest with my other hand. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing it because I want to see y'all's butts now. You have given me your butts. and I didn't deserve your butts, but I thank you for them. And now that's all I want. And what I'm trying to say is I started an OnlyFans account myself, and I had to ask multiple friends if it was okay for me to give them money to see their tits, and they all said yes, and thank you for asking. And it was thanks. The world is so great. This is our fucking cyberpunk revolution, y'all. Like, we're all sex workers and revolutionaries, and it's the best thing ever. That was a joke, right? Oh, I had a friend. I've been hanging out with like friends on their porches and getting real stoned. I just ran out of the weed that I bought with my last friend, Emily. Literally just now ran out of it. And when we were hanging out talking, she was telling me about how she like had a really funny joke about how America needs to be rebooted. And I thought it was extremely hilarious, but then I was like, wait, we shouldn't reboot America, because as a former IT person, when you reboot the computer, you just go back to the same old shitty operating system. Like, America needs to be like fully reformatted and like erased and fucking rebuilt from the ground up. Like, we act like we're Ubuntu, but we're really Windows ME. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God,
Millennium Edition is what we've been kicking around with since 1999, and we really needed to get rid of it in 2000 before the fucking 9/11 happened. Okay, that one was good. Oh, I don't know. This isn't really a real joke. This is just like a thought that I had when the world, was happening. The world is happening constantly, and I've been thinking about it. You get that. You understand. Y'all are here because of that. Cops. The whole thing that's weird. I've before made jokes about dogs and Black people having equivalent treatment in our society, especially in America. The cops, I'm realizing, are treating all of the Black people in America like we're in like a fucking nature preserve. Like, we're constantly like walking around and they're saying they're there to protect us, but really we're like, this is supposed to be our field, nigga. Like, what you talking about protecting us? And then they shoot you if you like endanger the tourists. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked up. They shoot you anyway if they want to eat you, or they shoot you if they don't, if they just want to shoot you. Okay, told you it's not really a joke yet. My birthday was on Sunday. I turned 35 motherfucking years old on Sunday.
Billy for president.
I had literally not. This is not a joke. I had the best day of the year on my birthday, and I mean, not that it was hard, but I just mean like it was so incredible that I cried multiple times. Like, I was literally like having a great day. We did karaoke at the end of the night outside in my backyard with a giant screen that we put up during my birthday on the garage, and we were doing karaoke in our backyard, and I started crying because I was like, most of my siblings didn't even get to have a birthday this year, and they came to mine, and we got to have like a family birthday, and my mom showed up, and it's the greatest day, and it's the stupidest birthday I've ever had, but it was great. It was fucking awesome. My niece was there. She's 6. And her name's Mackenzie. And I don't want kids. I've talked about it 1,000 times that I don't want kids. But not yesterday, I'm a comedian. Sunday, it really was Sunday, was when she was hanging out. There was 2 dogs and she was chasing them into the house with no mask. And I was like, please don't go in the house with no mask, little girl. Like, I know what you're doing. And she said, there aren't any kids out here. So I'm trying to bring the dogs back out so that I can do something to have fun. And I was like, oh, fuck, you're 6. Like, that's a 6-year-old who just said that to me. I'm going to kill the whole world and rebuild it for you. Like, I want everybody to die now. And I've never felt that before. I guess I'm 35. My sister, her mother is 34. We're Irish twins. She makes sure to tell me every single fucking time her birthday comes up that we are the same age. And I always say to her, no, we are the exact same distance apart that we have always been, which is too few months for our dad to fuck our mom again.
Right.
Speaking of my dad, Father's Day also happened since the last show. You all know that. I realized that I'm like this because of my dad. When he and I had a conversation, because I was talking about how I got to the point where I'm like no longer a corporate IT person, and he was like telling me about how I've dissented too much to my bosses, and I was like, you have never been to any of the workplaces that I have, including this one right now. He's not here, and he's watching YouTube videos of me and telling me how to do my comedy career after watching a video of me doing it 4 years ago. And I was like, I've been holding up a mirror to people my whole life and having them just get super mad at me. And it started with my dad. Hi, Dad. I hope you watch this on YouTube one day. Maybe 6 years from now. Okay, that's also not a joke. Damn, I thought it was. Well, okay. Oh, have you guys talked to your workplaces about going back to work? Does anybody work in a bar, in the bar industry here? I know my friend Lee. Anybody work in the bar industry? Like, give me some hands. Dude, they're asking us to just like go back to work. And I keep talking to my friends about just like, why are we going back to work? They're not giving us any things. They're not giving us anything. No insurance, no hazard pay. It's like, people are going to die. Like, people are going to die. I'm not going to die for $6.50 a motherfucking hour, right? Are we not unionizing? We're unionizing, right? Are we unionizing? I feel like we're unionizing. And I lost the complete thread of what I was talking about because I haven't told this joke before. But I realized this is where I've been leading up to for like literal years. Like, I worked for the city and I told you guys all about it when I participated in the city doing like illegal shit to make the CPS stats look higher. And my dad was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. You can't keep your mouth shut. And I was like, I'm literally talking about rooting out corruption for the last 15 years of my life. And I almost committed suicide over it. And I talked about that on Twitter every day. And because you've never looked at any of my comedy besides on old shit on YouTube, you never knew, Dad. And so that was that joke. There's the rest of it. Okay. There was some heart to that. It'll get there. Maybe I told one of my bar managers about the fact that I wanted to do a workplace shooting when I was an IT person. And she said, wait, what's a workplace shooting? And the first thought I had was not what I said to her. The first thought I had was, this is why I could have your job easily. What I said to her was, that's where you go into your workplace and shoot everybody and then yourself. And she said, you shouldn't say that to your manager. And I was like, no, you should listen to your workers, because I'm telling you, I did that when I left my old career, and that's why I'm here. So if I start talking directly to you about murder-suicide in the place that we're in, maybe you should listen. I'm just trying to give you context of how I got here. I'm not an idiot. I could take your job. I did eventually tell her I could take her job. And her response was, I believe that that's true. So now I'm a union organizer. I feel like, how much time did I do? I don't even fucking know. I'm the one who was timing everybody else.
Oh, yeah, so. You were the timer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what time is it.
I don't know.
Currently 10:06.
Oh, I got another joke. When I was a baby,
New York time.
When I was really little, I remember my parents have told me that when I was really little, since me and my sister are Irish twins, that I could like translate for her when she was barely able to speak, but I was able to speak. So I feel like I've literally been speaking up for people who can't since I was like able to do so. And it makes me feel really good in this moment, you know? Okay. You guys aren't really like laughing as much as you're smiling warmly at me, which I love. It means that you believe in me, but I'm not really like crushing your fucking like your gland of fucking, when you cut you like comedy is like squeezing somebody's like they say that laughter is something that you make people do, not that you get, you know what I mean? Like you make people laugh. That's what they say. You know, it's not your choice. My sister bought me this on my birthday. I told her that I like whiskey to shoot, but I also drink vodka and White Claw, and she brought all three, including these tiny whiskey bottles, and she was like, I don't know if you would find that funny. And by the time she finished the sentence, I had already drank one. So that's where I am. Okay, that's where I am. I told you I wrote some jokes, but not that many. So I think that's what I'm gonna back slowly away from this comedy set and leave it with y'all and hope that it was enough for you. And if it wasn't, check me out on OnlyFans. My account. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I actually do have. Maybe one day, maybe next. Congrats. We will see, depending on how much money you give. They do that. They ask for tips for direct action. Okay, cool. Bye.
Billy Bullock, everybody. Wave those hands in the air. Let him hear it. Let them hear it. Let's check in. We've got. Let's see. Billy was talking about. Oh man,
this set is insane, Charlie.
That was wonderful. Let's see. Let's check in with our Venmo real quick. Getting blown up right now as. Okay, so This is nothing to scoff at. This is respectable numbers. Right now in the Venmo, we've got $777.60. That is so great. We appreciate that so much. I'm gonna try to log into my PayPal while I don't know, closing this show out. But let's give it up for all the comedians that you've seen tonight. We had Billy Bullock, Justin Covington, Sonia Denis, Rebecca O'Neill, President Barack Obama filling in for Odinaka as Yokoli, Alex Dragovich. Did I miss anybody? Me? I guess.
You.
I guess I'm kind of funny too. Thank you for entertaining my bullshit. This is kind of I'm gonna be doing a lot of weird projects and stuff in the future that are maybe less philanthropically centered. So that is just kind of that. But I didn't want to detach. Congrats on your success. Tonight is all about the fundraising. We're just trying to, I don't know, try to feel like you're doing something while you're trapped in your fucking home. It's hard, and I am glad that we could give you all the opportunity to feel like you were doing something as well while laughing. I wish I had if someone could Google this, Rada, if you could Google this as I say it, I don't remember. I just heard this incredible quote. It's the artist's job is to make the revolution look so good. The artist's job is to make the revolution look irresistible. And I love my friends, and I think they do a great job at that. So once again, just thank you all so much. I was unable to log into because I needed to focus up to say all that. But yeah, if anybody else wanted to take over for a second and just hit it off while I pull up these numbers.
Yeah, dog, I got you. We do love y'all. I am so proud of everything that we're doing right now and everything that y'all are doing with us. So this show has always been about fucking community, and I'm looking at people that I haven't talked to in years who I fucking love to see, and like, if there's nothing else to say but that, thank you so much. We get to do this, and I feel lucky to have friends who let me talk about making empires for 8 years, and now here we are. So thank you so much for coming along with us. You literally laughing because you know that it was true. Right, the whole time.
Talking about the same shit the whole time, and we love you.
It's 11:45 at Kohl's. We're gonna be in empires. So it's like, Bill, you're up next. Just go.
and then it's 3 a.m. at the Owl. And Bill's talking about empires, and it's like, look, Bill, I believe in us too, but I'm here for one explicit purpose, and it isn't to have a conversation with my friend. If you don't know what the Owl is,
But we're more interesting when we're having these screaming conversations where we're also laughing, and then people come up to us and hit on you, and that has been as well. So
I've yet to see it work, but here's hoping one day.
It happened the very last time we had a congrats in real life. Which was 5 months.
The donations are still rolling in. It's hard to get a solid number here, but we are at like $850 right now.
Fuck yeah!
Hey, that's wonderful. I'm very proud of that. I do generally with congrats, our donations continue to trickle in throughout the next day. Once again, thank you to the Skewer. I know they're at the very least they're going to match what we donate, but they were putting up potentially $1,000, and this will all be going to the Brave Space.
And what that thing is for y'all to have an end goal to make you get us to that final $200. And last month it was twerking, where we all twerked simultaneously for you, the viewers. And we don't
is there anything you want from us?
Yeah,
we didn't anything from us. Do you want us to sing a song to you? Do you want us to?
What kind of video blackmail for the future when we're all running for office? Because that's what I mean by empire.
We're all gonna have OnlyFans far before then, Bill.
And in the revolution, having an OnlyFans account and being president will be like when Obama was asked if he smoked weed before.
Yeah, it's like, of course you had to OnlyFans.
Yeah, I had an OnlyFans. Well, did you get naked on it? Yes, bitch, that was the point. Yeah, that was kind of the point of the whole thing. Why would I be on it why would I smoke weed if I didn't inhale it? Okay, you get it.
It really did. I mean, I think I might have said this at a different show, but I did. I made an OnlyFans account to look at Asa Akira's free nude of the day, and you make the account, and then it's basically you're one step away from featuring yourself on OnlyFans, and it's tempting at that point because it's like, well.
Okay. Well, that's the show.
So that's the show. Thank you all so much. We are closing out at what is this?
Charlie, come on, you're killing me, baby.
Sorry. We are closing out at $894 at this moment.
Yes,
hey! That's incredible.
Hell yeah. Y'all are amazing. So much.
I love you. Stay in touch. We will be sharing our own projects in the future, and we will be sharing more congrats, which likely will be indoors for an indefinite future, and there will also likely be a lot of important causes that need money. So,
Charlie, somebody asked when the cutoff time is to donate. You know when Stryker said?
Sonal usually would wait till about probably, I don't know, anywhere between 2 and 5. I'll say 5 p.m. tomorrow, I guess.
What's the cutoff for you checking your PayPal so you can find out the real amount? Because you posted the PayPal link over and over again, and I donated to it, and you can't read it.
No, it's in there.
Wait, what?
You counted that in there.
Wait, I do. I can't see currently, unless this is lying to me, that I have 70 in my PayPal.
Okay, cool.
I was doing I just got 80 in the PayPal.
Woo.
Hey.
Okay, so 80, and then I just got another 20 on Venmo. I'm best on bad at math. I don't know.
We're over 900. It's over 900.
Wow, we're on our way there. We're gonna wake up tomorrow to a whole new world. We love you all so much. Thank you again. Stay in touch. We love you.
Yeah, shout out to Brave Space Alliance, Black Trans.
Oh my God, yeah.
Center in Chicago.
Yes, I don't know.
On the Southwest side, doing the real shit.
That's where all your money is going, every single dime of it, because we are the people that they benefit. So thanks so much.
Yeah, all the money's going once again to the Brave Space Alliance. Once again, thank you so much to the Skewer for matching the donations, and thank you again to Virtually Perfect Hosting and Rada for showing buttery smooth. Love it.
We stand a production king.
So I don't know. I guess at this point, if you wanted to unmute yourselves,
yeah, do it.
We'll do a chit chat that'll trickle away really quickly, and then we'll disappear into a little green room or something. That's kind of how it works.
You don't have to tell them everything.
Did you know that Brave Space Alliance has like a vape pen they're selling at the dispensary in Logan Square that sends the proceeds to them?
No.
I only know because Rachel bought it
pretty
when she
great.
was here for a day on Monday.
Oh wow!
Yeah, if anybody wants to share any fun ways to participate in the revolution, please speak up.
I found out that there's YouTube channels and streaming channels that you can just like listen to music all day, and all of their ad revenue goes straight to Black Lives.
Yeah, from the K-pop stands.
Yeah. So that's really dope. I was trying to play music. It won't play on my stupid smart TV that I bought during the pandemic because I was laying on my back all the time watching the ceiling. So I thought to buy a TV instead. It's not working. Piece of shit. Anyway.
The ceiling. You should write that show.
Play music.
You said I was watching the ceiling.
Yes. Thanks, bud.
That'd be a good show.
Wait, Charlie, so did you like silk screen all those jewels that are hanging around you and like fold them into 3-dimensional polygons based on like takeout boxes you traced or something? Like that just looks like the most art math looking ass thing. I don't know.
Now my whimsy just leaked into my basement. Now I have a cave. No, it's a combination of lots of stuff.
It's great.
I thought that was a filter. I didn't know it was real.
You made it, right?
No, this is all.
It's physically there. That shit. He built that set.
Charles, holy shit.
But like, what drugs did you do to paint all those gemstones? Like, that's what I want to know.
when I
Angela
realized
is in her art studio right now as she's asking that question, by the way.
I will give this
Yeah,
in
everybody
the
thought that was
future.
a fucking the background, dude. That you are
Yeah, I
physically.
thought it was like, oh, God,
I'm physically in this space.
Hey,
In
that
the
is
future,
wild.
the content that I make with this, I don't want to reveal how this works. But since I have y'all here and you've been so generous, I will show you.
Please.
I'll give you a little. So,
Come on.
it's all various. Like this is just like a cardboard. I just cut these shapes, painted it.
Yes. So
Got these
yes.
hands on it. So it kind of peeks in. Similar with this guy. These guys I'm real proud of.
You look like you're
the
in Fraggle
stuff
Rock.
they used to make
Yeah,
me
Fraggle
in
Rock.
Montessori school.
This is like magic.
Charlie.
I really thought that was a filter. A
And
background.
then this is pretty crazy.
Wow.
So
Charlie, this is how you could have gotten the rest of the money if I revealed.
Wow.
And that just like slips onto the edge of my table there.
Yeah, it's like
What
a
frames
optimistic Tim
Do that
Burton.
for a living, my dude.
Yeah.
That is
Puppeteer.
So
Yeah, you could be designing live Zoom sets.
Can
Trying to get hired as a production designer?
That design, Charlie.
mail me that shit? I will fucking put that up in my room next time. I'll give you money.
So were you like one of the theater nerds in high school who like did all the set design stuff?
You know, I was afraid to ever participate really in theater. So I did tech one children's play, which was a blast, and then I teched a real play. And our theater department was pretty wild, and it was borderline professional teching, and I had never done anything like that, and it was very overwhelming. And so I was too bashful to participate in anything artistic because I was like, I can't open this door on time, so he keeps ramming this cart into it at this musical number. Like I couldn't get the pacing of it all.
So
down.
it sounds like
Putting
you
a
just need
fucking
to
play
like
was-
do CBD and then do that professionally.
Yeah. I mean,
just a guess.
Y'all, this is my best friend talking, my other best friend, and I wouldn't be where I am right now without her literally saying, I don't want to hear your motherfucking same story again, so you either better start doing stand-up comedy or I'm gonna kill you. That is why I'm a stand-up comic.
Sounds like Angela.
When I say listen to Angela, that's what I mean.
Sounds like Angela.
Yeah, only for you to do all a set of jokes about me for like a year in that bookstore. And I'm so much happier to be drinking the wine I paid Maria's to deliver to me in Bridgeport than standing in Uncharted in Logan Square sweating while you tell my secrets.
Shared secret.
I love
They were shared secret.
sweating while you tell my secrets. That's a
Fucking good, right?
What's going on my tombstone?
A read.
Yeah. Angela is the best.
Oh my god, I'm still thinking about Rebecca's joke though, about like science and being all over it if it didn't involve math, and like ideas without math are just magic.
Because I really do love science. Like I love popular science, like the ideas and the concepts. And then when they start talking about math, I'm like, y'all could be lying for all I know. They're making all of this shit up, and I would have. How would I know? I would never find out. So, yeah, I just like Michio Kaku and Neil deGrasse Tyson because they like explain concepts, but they don't even really bother talking about the numbers involved, and that's really
right.
Great.
This Kaku is so goddamn cool.
He's so smart, but it's like you can tell he grew up around normal people. He's like well-adjusted and he can speak in a way that is accessible, and I love that.
Which
I just read his
means
book,
that maybe
actually.
he's not good at the math. Like maybe that's why.
You know what? Because in my heart, science is in your heart. Science is in your heart. Because in my heart, I'm a scientist. Like clearly,
Like
science
the
is in his heart.
physicians that I know that are really charismatic are better like activists and not like super good doctors. Like, because the difference there is really like when I pick a doctor, like yeah, she got to be a woman of color, but like I look at her credentials to see like okay, if she spent the last 15 years in isolation, like calculating, you know, your BMI versus what drug for surface area, like no human interaction and it's kind of awkward, perfect. She will make sure I won't die and like will be aware of like my liver function. Whereas like if she's too chatty or like whimsical, it's like, maybe you should have been a dentist or something that involves more talking.
Chiropractor.
Right.
The Heinz is in your heart also sounds like something a flat earther would say. Like, no, it's in your heart. Just
God, man.
To the edge.
I hate flat earthers so goddamn much, man. I don't hate people, but when a flat earther talks to me at a bar, I mean, in the before times, the only time I ever was like, I will straight up start a bar fight with you right now if you try to convince me that the earth is flat, and I don't do that. Like,
but
I'm
like,
not
weren't you trying to start bar fights? No way, because people interpret like your level of enthusiasm and aggression. You always insist on being the only black man in your white hipster bar. Okay.
Expose him, Angela.
Yes. This is Angela's turn.
I use they pronouns, everybody. That's still a thing.
They them.
Yo, dog, I'm gonna put Angela's Instagram in the chat right now because
thanks.
She's my favorite artist. And that includes me. Anyway, y'all, we hanging out. I'm gonna turn some music up because this feels
Wait, can I show you the weird things I made?
Yes, please.
Drinking wine out of this Dunkin' Donuts cup. How do I do this? Oh, so like this is a wood panel. It's 24 by 30, and I glued handmade paper in 2 tones on it, and then like weird letter forms because I went through my archive today, and so it's got random prints stuck to it. So now I have a background to draw a naked woman on, so people will pay attention. And then I've got this other weird thing. No, you know, this I feel like a boomer doing this shit because like you can't flip the camera. So that's also a bunch of weird handmade paper shit and rose petals and things.
Ooh, nice. Wait, hang on.
All right, that's all I got. All the finished stuff lives in my mother's living room because apparently that's the hot place to sell it.
What's your hair color?
This piece that's behind me also has Angela's menstrual blood on it. It is a very long queer manifesto, and if that's the kind of shit you're into, follow her Instagram because it's all there.
So that's from like what 2014, right?
Yeah,
the one that's behind you because it's like a test. And I gave away. I only had like 5 of them, all of them out of CAC in 2016. And this weirdo performance artist who took one of the manifestos, like read the whole thing aloud as their pride thing they did on Instagram while I was in the forest and I wasn't paying attention to my mentions or whatever. And I was like, do I have to repost all of this? Them reading this crazy sounding document in their bedroom. I'm supposed to be camping, not touching my phone.
I mean, it's not that long.
Yeah, but it's like the only time they acknowledge it. Like they got this one of a kind piece of artwork and they're like, famous, like getting paid by the cultural center to do stuff all the time. And they finally acknowledge me for once. And it's like, wait for my mentions to be like 4 years behind. I don't know.
Yo, your hair, did you get a haircut?
No, I mean,
look at you. You are
Rachel and I did this very black thing where we went to the beauty supply and then gave each other hair treatments in the hotel. So she had dyed my hair hot pink, and then I dyed it this other color with conditioner today.
I love
it.
Looks good.
It's hot,
Great color.
so I had put it up. But she cut off all my crazy ends that have been dyed. So there might be no hair that touched Karen Robinson on my head anymore, and I feel really good about that.
Wow, we're talking very personal right now. You don't care. Talking about current girlfriends and ex-girlfriends in the Zoom chat, man. This ain't even encrypted. Thanks everybody. Everybody who stood here is all homies. Hi Alex, I see you. Hi Emily, literally the person who was talking about rebooting America, right there. Hilarious. Julia Pitchko from Entertaining Julia fame. Early in the fucking comedy career back in those days. Good to see you. Hi.
I'm just so excited to look at everyone's hair looking good.
Also a fucking bomb hairstylist.
Yeah.
I didn't want to wear a hat because my hair is so long, but I have this like dust as product, and I can't find it, and it's so flat without it. I have such thin hair. Yeah,
Okay.
I wash my hair like once every 3 months now. Otherwise, I just vigorously rinse it, and it looks better than ever. It's like healthier than it's ever been.
That's all big detergent trying to convince you need to go through that shampoo bottles a week.
Sonny, I remember doing your hair blonde. It was so short.
Whose hair is blonde?
Oh, she was saying she remembers when Sonya's hair was blonde.
Oh wow, yeah, that was a while ago.
Oh yeah. How
Those
are
braids
you?
are amazing. It's good to see you. Your hair looks
Thank you, yours too. Sorry. I just hit Jay.
I like talk my 9-year-old.
Perfect timing. I
I
love
just
that.
like talk my daughter through it in basic form.
How are you? How's your family?
How's Denver?
Denver is cool, man. It's I literally set up a salon on my back porch because I won't let people in there.
That's amazing.
I was like, I'll touch you with a face shield, one person a day.
Oh,
in my
Sono was here?
Yeah, Sono got into watch.
Yeah, did you guys make it to 1,000?
I don't know.
We, I think
we must be.
I think right now we are at 969, which is almost right.
It's just like that's a hilarious number. If that's the number we end on, I'm happy with that.
It's so visually balanced.
Wait, what's
has
funny?
69 in it 2 different ways. It's great.
We had.
Flip it.
I know this isn't that crazy math, but we had all of those 420s, and we're back at a solid number. Like there's no N25 or N20 cents or anything.
Dude, I learned that 420 at 42 after the hour thing from just stuff that I was watching to donate to when it was not about racial equality. And I'm like, it just fucking works. People just do it. It's $4. It's easy. Or you could get $42, or you can get $420.69, which is the perfect number. That's the only number.
Truly, I don't know what type of audience members we have, but some people genuinely feel guilty about. They're like, all I have is $3, so they don't even donate it because they're like it's too little to donate. And comedians, they'll eat that up. $3 it goes a long fucking way. Like, and this isn't me pumping you all for more. You've all been so generous. I love you all so much. I'm just saying in the future, like if you ever feel guilty about having too little to donate, comedians.
Bye, Julia.
Yeah, tiny donations add the fuck up. That's what we learned last month when we had Elise on the show. She raised like 13 grand, and it was all tiny donations in like a week, and like that's it. You guys are really.
I mean, I had to work in a nonprofit office where I pretended to care about our fundraising goals, and you always found that people disproportionately donated in comparison to their income. So like you'll have people who have nothing but like need the thing to happen really bad. And there's more of them than there are the rich jagoffs who are like, I guess I can give you $1,000, but you have to answer my phone call every time I call your office.
I was in the office with you with
donation,
sitting there eating lunch while you dealt with some old ass doctor who you had to talk to, even though you hated him.
But I also remember being like the 16-year-old who couldn't vote, who gave like all the Sacagawea coins in my thrift store coat pocket to Ralph Nader in the year 2000 because I was at a Ralph Nader rally watching Eddie Vedder play The Times Are A-Changing by Bob Dylan in the Bison Pavilion.
You should have been the comedian, and then you could have told your stories for yourself, and I wouldn't have had to. But you chose not to, and now I'm famous.
So I got really high last week, and I wrote some comedy in my head that I told Rachel in the car, and she's like, "What?" I was like, "Well, I just went to my plane where I'm writing my Netflix set," and she's like, "What are you talking about?" It was all about virginity, though. I don't know.
to do more performing. When you did that shit at about your bar job at bitch and Burger, I was like, this bitch is a fucking performer. You like to act like all you do is like paint shit and then stand in the corner and judge everybody, but you fucking are great at talking to people.
I'm not great at writing the delivery part. Like I can write the set.
Neither am I.
I can write the joke.
You're great at talking to people.
Well, I feel like we should just take up that thing that James used to do for you. Like I can just be, you know, writing the Jewish humor in the dark, and then you can read it to the people. You're right.
I mean, I guess. Can we do the black part too? That would be nice. I know you are both, but
I was joking. But yes, I understand.
I feel like it would just be a little inauthentic if I was doing a lot of Jewish humor all of a sudden. That's all.
Did you just cheers?
Is that Shelby? Hi.
Wait, she was just saying that she loves that you always remember her.
Good set. Enjoyed it a lot.
Wait, is that who said is that?
Wait, hold on.
Who said is that Shelby?
I was expressing surprise that you wouldn't think I would remember.
We weren't sure, like who said is that
That's a
Shelby?
me thing, not a you thing. That's my personal problem.
No, but she was just saying
you.
so happy that
I just haven't seen you in so long.
Yeah, of course you're surprised. Oh my god, great set. We're gonna go get a slice of pizza.
Enjoyed it a lot.
Oh my god. Thank you so much.
I see that you are in the exact same position that we were in when I bought this weed that I just finished, which is on that board.
I'm smoking it too. I'm smoking it too.
No, I mean I used it all. It's been only a week.
Oh, well, you know, that's okay too. That's fine.
Well, you can come over.
You can come over. There's probably
On the south side, I'm not trying to get shot for weed.
times. What did you say?
I have to leave now? No way. Anyway.
I don't know. We're gonna go eat some pizza. Oh my gosh, this was amazing.
Have a great night.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Enjoyed
much.
yourself a lot. Love ya.
Hey guys.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm gonna check out as well, but I would like to announce that as of right now we are at 984. So
wow, son. It's gonna happen. We're gonna do.
I'm just gonna donate the rest myself.
It's gonna happen.
So
tomorrow,
yeah, I'll wait and see just to see, but I'll still pitch in. No matter what, even if we need to, I'll make it to the 1,000 myself. But I'm pretty sure.
Wait, you're not gonna just make like some sort of thirsty Instagram post, like of you provocatively posed with all the geometric forms you're in?
That
thing to
would
push
be
us over. Like, what do we need? $12? I think you could do.
Yo, I was so look. This is the silliest thing to be disappointed about in all of this. But I had this, so I'm like getting through some body image issues and like actually like getting a little more fit in a way where I'm liking my body, and but I'm still not like a thirst trap type of guy. So what I wanted to do was go volunteer to pose nude for an art class, and then take pictures of all of their drawings of my naked body, and you post those. But now this maybe this will be my thirst trap. I'll have to.
A lot of those dudes, it's always like a fucking ballerina who's short or something. You know, like the dude is always like he's put a lot of effort into bodybuilding, and like the women you draw are just like, this is what you got. You know, like it's always something that you're not prepared to see as a young person, like the manifestations of a body over time. You know, somebody who's recently lost like hundreds of pounds, or
that's real.
Women really don't care, and the men are just like, please look at me or I'll die.
Vain and insecure. Rebecca was just talking about how hard it is to get a guy to send a picture, because it's like I fucking hated my body until I was 32.
Yeah, that's real.
I mean, that also has to do with like how men get praised in culture, right? It's always like, I'd rather see your ATM receipt than like your waist.
The truth.
And now the whole time Alex has said, I'm just like, am I a douchebag? Because like the only time I ever pay attention to a man is if he's tall. It doesn't matter what he's doing, and I never give that man a hard time about what book he's read. Like, why?
You
Why
know
would
what
I
I
do
love
that?
about Alex Dragovich is that he is the same type of honest that everybody else on this cast is. He is just talking about slightly different shit, and that's what draws me to his comedy is that he is just
Really?
as honest.
Because
He's not trying to
I
be
think of
something.
him as Tony Kukoc, and like the rest of you as being the Bulls.
Hey, who's Jordan?
Jesus
Who's
Christ.
Jordan? Who is Jordan?
Good guy.
I'm
Don't
not
do
gonna
this.
fight you, woman.
Don't do
I'm not
this.
gonna reveal my
Don't do this. Yeah, don't do this.
That's
in
also
public.
like a he's a
You do this
basketball
on a
player.
private
That's also
video
like a
chat.
really precise
Oh my god.
way to dish.
You're one of the two. You're one of
I
the
wouldn't
two.
mind being Dennis Rodman as long as I'm like.
No.
I would think that we would have to pick Odinaka.
Odenak is
Dennis
definitely
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
I think
It's
that
Rodman?
Except for
You're right,
you.
you're right, you're right. Anybody's
Except-
gonna wear assless pants is gonna be.
No, it'll be
It's
Yeah.
only
No,
because
like, still
he's a
bagging
wild
girls
card
with
and he's
all of
most likely to date Madonna. Okay.
Fact.
Right. Sonya's Muggsy Bow.
He's not even on the
Wow.
book, Charles.
Oh,
Wow. Called out.
how dare you?
She hit you
No,
with
I
the
thought we were
unexpected
I thought we were
no.
talking the cast of Space Jam. I don't even know what the words are.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
I love you guys. This was a great show. Thank you so much.
You guys do.
I have
Yeah, for real.
I have 4
Yeah,
drink skeletons here now. I'm gonna go get another one. If y'all are still here when I come back, then I'll kick you all out. No, I'm just kidding. I will come
Yeah, I
back.
said goodbye and then I didn't leave.
All right, bye for real.
Wow.